Welcome to this special online audio accompaniment to Brenda's Got a Baby by Jessica Hagan and directed by Anastasia Osei-Kuffour, which is on at the new Diorama Theatre, which is an intimate studio space of 81 seats, a short walk from Warren Street Tube Station, on until Saturday the 2nd of December 2023, with performances Tuesday through to Saturday at 7:30 p.m. with a matinee on Saturdays at 3 p.m. The performance lasts for approximately 2 hours, including a 15-minute interval. Please note, the performance contains flashing light, haze, and loud sound effects. This audio accompaniment includes information on the play, summary, characters, set, props, and costume, plus theatre and access information. We also hear from the cast of the production, who discuss their characters and what some of the visual elements are. This special online audio accompaniment is written and produced by Tim Calvert of Calvert Creative Concepts for the new Diorama Theatre and is read by the author of the play, Jessica Hagan. A summary of Brenda's Got a Baby, an uproarious new comedy about black womanhood, sisterhood, motherhood, and babyhood. New Diorama reunites with playwright Jessica Hagan, Queens of Sheba, and multi-award winning company Nouveau Riche for Black Boys for this radiant, rebellious world premiere. After an unexpected breakup and beaten down by comparison to her married little sister, Amma embarks on a frenzied journey to become a mother. Rollercoastering from a black sperm donor shortage to a racialised healthcare system and an overbearing family of her own, Amma's charging headfirst into embarrassing conversations, awkward encounters, and defiant decisions, and time is running out. The play consists of 6 characters. Amma is played by Anita Joy Uwaje. Jade is played by Jamila Heath. Josephine is played by Michelle Asante. Skippy is played by Edward Kagatuzzi, and Dami and fertility consultant Lionel are played by Jordan Deverneau. The cast discuss their characters, costume, and visual elements and deliver a line of dialogue.
My name is Anita Joy Uwaje and I play Amma. Amma is the central character of this piece. The story basically centers around her trying to get married and have a child before she's 30. She has managed to achieve a lot of things in her life. So she's left university with a really amazing degree. She works in marketing. She's just bought her first home by herself. And so she's really one of those people that has achieved quite a lot, I would say, superficially. But in terms of what she has achieved, like personally in her life, in terms of relationships or having children, she hasn't managed to achieve that. And as we progress through the play, we see those pressures increase and impact her life, and she sort of becomes incredibly taken over by all of those things. So when we first meet Amma, she is in gym wear. So very sort of like tight fitting leggings and then like a sort of sports bra, all very close to the body. She's very proud of the fact that she works out and that her body is toned. And then when we see her next, she is at home, waking up from the morning and is wearing a dressing gown, and then has a conversation with some of the other characters in the show. Firstly, her partner, Dami, and then her brother-in-law. And then we next see her and she's wearing a beautiful white dress that she has bought for her birthday. And again, that's also very close fitting to the body. So it really shows off her figure and her, all the work that she's been doing on herself physically. She wears a Burberry-like trench coat. And then she also carries a handbag, which for the purpose of our show kind of represents the brand Chloe. It's a bit like a Chloe handbag. She's always got jewelry on. So she's always got a necklace and she's got a couple of rings on and earrings. And then we see her in the white dress without the trench, looking very glamorous. And then our next time we see her, she is it's the morning after, so she's still in the white dress. And then we see her in a dressing gown when her mum and her sister have come to her house to wish her happy birthday. And she's gone to go and sort of have a shower and get changed. So she's just come out of the shower and she's back in her dressing gown and like house, like flip flops. We then see her again in leggings and a jumper, and that's kind of how we then are left with her for the rest of the show, because as things increase, her interaction with the outside world becomes sort of less, and so she kind of stays in the same outfit for the rest of the play. Non-verbally, she is very expressive with her hands. There's a lot of hands in people's faces. She's very front-footed, so her body is very much in people's spaces. She doesn't really, if someone tries to confront her, she will confront them back by invading their space. She's very expressive with her eyes and how she takes in information. So there's a lot of eye rolling. There's a lot of sort of face pulling, but like in a way that is in a response to what has been said to her or said about her. And so that's how she kind of really expresses herself through, a lot of facial expressions and hand expressions and physically making herself present in others' spaces. So this is a line of dialogue from the play. "No one cares what you have to say, Skippy. You can't even think for yourself."
Hi, my name is Jamila Heath and I play Jade. So some of the costume items that I have is mint green t-shirt and some grey jogging bottoms and some fluffy colourful bed slippers that I often strut around in as well. So Jade is very flamboyant. She's the youngest sister and she often flicks her hair around and she struts about, often with a stomp, and she normally drags her feet around as well. She's quite a heavy walker. She's very, very extroverted. She's very tactile as well. She touches all the other characters quite a lot in a nurturing way. And she is a little bit of a brat. At moments throughout the play, you'll often find that Jade rests in her stomach or her belly, and that's because she suffers from a condition which she reveals in the play. And at other points in the play, her joggers get exchanged for joggers with some blood on them, because as part of her condition, she's actually going through periods, menstrual leaks, which means that it affects her cycle a lot. So oftentimes you might see her with a speck of blood on her trousers. So towards the end of the play, Jade confronts her older sister Amma for taking her husband to the clinic, and her posture I'd probably describe as very confrontational. She's very much in Amma's face and she's very, very angry and very upset with her older sister. So she's right up in there, and there's moments where she cannot stand to look at her sister, so she walks away and she's got her back to her sister. Yeah, she wants Amma to feel very guilty for what she's done. So this is Jade, and this is some dialogue from the play. "You made my husband ejaculate in a cup."
Hello, my name is Michelle Asante and I play Josephine in Brenda's Got a Baby. My character is the mother of Amma, and she's a very classy, strong-willed Ghanaian mother who has been in this country since she was young. So she has a slight accent and quite a deep, resonant voice. So very different to my own. So when I speak, it's more like this, with slight accents on certain things. I say a lot of typically Ghanaian words. You'll hear me say something like Erade, which means my God. You will also possibly hear me say things like Ahonfe, which means my beautiful one, which I say to Amma. My outfits are in the sort of neutral autumn type colors, so lots of deep reds. I wear a poncho, which is very common amongst Ghanaian mothers, which is red, bright on one side, and then a sort of a pale green on the other side. So I change it, flip it back and forth for different outfits. At one point, I'm in the living room and I'm on a phone call, and I've got black flowy trousers, loungewear with a mustard coloured v-neck top and a black black vest underneath, and what we call a hair bonnet, a silk bonnet, which you use to protect like Afro hairstyles. The rest of the time I'm in a wig, which is sort of charcoaly at the roots and then grey and wavy, with a slight kind of flip to the hair. So it's teasing waves, not curly, but teasing waves. Gold jewelry, gold earrings, gold bangles. And in one of the scenes, I'm wearing a very brightly coloured, sort of hot orange red dress with patterns, sort of square like patterns with different colours, yellow, green, sort of mosaic African inspired patterns. Gets very hot under there. She's very confident, very not domineering per se, but you know, she knows what she wants for her daughters. She wants the best for her daughters, and sometimes that comes across as a bit overbearing. I'm almost always carrying a black handbag, sort of a triangular, sort of trapezium style shape. And I enter with dark sunglasses in my first scene, and address the girls who have made a lot of mess. And then I also have my phone, which is a white Samsung phone, quite a large one, which I often have in my hand, or I'm zooming in and out of whatever I'm reading on the phone as well. Oh, and there's one particular scene, the after party, after Amma's birthday party. You know, I enter the room and it's very messy. It's been wild and there's furniture everywhere. And I put on plastic gloves and begin to clean the place, and even have like sanitizer and tissues. And as I'm lifting the chairs, picking up empty bottles of alcohol, which I think are disgusting. This is one of the lines that I say in the play. I'll do the one from after the party. I say, there's absolutely no way, after smelling of alcohol and Chinese takeout, you shouldn't be in the shower for less than 30 minutes.
Hi, my name is Eddie Kagatuzi and I play Skippy. Skippy is a young man, a happy-go-lucky young man who has a passion for Christ, and he is also a naive young man who has no awareness of how people are feeling at times. However, he means the best when he's having conversations with people. He has short black hair. He is 5'6". He is slim, athletic. He also wears a lot of tracksuits, greys and black. He has pop and color t-shirts that are orange and blue. And he wears sliders and a pair of trainers. There's a scene where he's wearing a shirt and a pair of jeans, and he's just come from church with a pair of loafers. Skippy is in his early 20s. He's 24 years old. One significant characteristic that Skippy has is his bop, or his skip, where he gets his name from. He has a little pep in his step, and he carries this throughout the play. This is a line of dialogue I speak. Hey, Shotgunner 918. I just wanted to apologize for calling you and your mum a dickhead. It's actually not my nature, and unfortunately, I allowed the pressures of the game to get to me. So please find it within your heart to forgive me.
So my name is Jordan Devinu, and I play the role of Dami. Dami is Amma's boyfriend, and he goes on a roller coaster with Amma, essentially. He has commitment issues, and Amma is looking for commitment. She's looking for marriage, and she's looking for a child, and Dami is not forthcoming in any of those senses. So he runs from it, essentially. He deflects quite a lot, and he's quite a confused character. He hurts her throughout the play. And yeah, he's in that sense, he's quite confused, and he's remorseful about some of the decisions that he makes. And I would say, yeah, he's kind of physically imposing, and he is a nice guy. He just makes a lot of wrong decisions. Dami he's tall. He's a black guy. He is from Nigeria. His hair is black. It's short. It's a fade. He tends to wear quite a lot of luxurious items. So he likes his watches. He has a gold watch. He also has a gold chain. Tends to have his hair cut very often. In terms of the clothes that he wears, so in the first scene, which is a phone call scene, you see him in a cream fitted jumper, which is a half zip. He's in good shape. He has black jeans on in that scene, accompanied by some white trainers. In the second scene, you see him, which is a dinner date with Amma, who plays the lead. He's wearing a short sleeve black shirt, which again is fitted. He's a muscular guy, goes to the gym. He's wearing grey trousers in that scene, and also some black kind of what would I call it? Black gloss shoes with a gold chain going across the top. Further on in the play, he then wears a polo white short sleeve shirt with black jeans and white trainers. And then at the end of the play, he reverts back to the cream jumper that we saw in the first scene, accompanied by black jeans and white trainers. But the half zip is no longer down, it's up, just to show a bit of humbleness. So he comes back to reconcile with Amma. And in doing so, we have tried to make sure that his clothes kind of reflect the humble kind of attitude that he comes back with. When he doesn't have a clear thought process, he's trying to think of what to say next. So he then tends to just rub his hands very kind of randomly. I don't have all the answers for my toxic behaviors. I just know I need to say sorry and clear my conscience. And that is a line of dialogue from the play. So the consultant is, his name is Lionel. He's around 60 years old, and he has an RP accent. He works at a clinic where he meets Amma and the character Skippy, and he kind of welcomes them in, and he is very informative. He explains to them what to expect and what this journey will entail. But the consultant, he's tall. He wears a white lab jacket with a white shirt underneath. He has glasses which have a black and gold frame, and he has grey curly hair, which is kind of short to medium in height. In the scene, he sits on a chair and has a table in front of him.
Set and stage design. As you take your seat in the performance space, the stage is directly in front of you. 81 orange seats in 7 rows line up in front of the stage. The set consists of a flat outline frame of a house made up of different coloured sized jigsaw pieces, with some missing that can be seen propping up the sides of the stage. These are yellow, pink, purple, blue, and green, with a dark lino floor. There is a black curtain on the left and the exit door on the right that the characters enter and exit from. There are 4 chairs made up of jigsaw pieces, 2 pink and blue, 2 yellow and green, which line up in front of the house and are used in various formations throughout the play. There's also a blue and green coloured jigsaw table that is used in the restaurant and fertility clinic scene and is a piece of furniture in Amma's flat. There's also a red tray full of tubes and syringes. When Amma moves out of her mother's house and gets her own place, the jigsaw house frame is split into 4 parts and spread across the space. The jigsaw house setting is a kaleidoscope of colour, with missing pieces that represent the perfect picture of a life that Amma is trying to complete, but over the course of the play gets broken down further and made more incomplete. This reflects the way life can feel sometimes. There is a large rectangular LED grid, the depth of the stage, which hangs above it that illuminates different colours throughout: yellow, blue, orange, red, and white. These change rapidly between scenes as music plays, then fixes on one specific colour for a scene. The lighting often emits a warm yellow, but for confrontational scenes, changes to a bright white light. The characters use the full length of the stage and either sit on the jigsaw chairs or stand. When the action gets heated and characters are often standing facing against each other. Amma uses a lot of hand gestures to express herself or to get her point across. Scene breakdown. Scene 1. Just bumped into Brenda, family meeting. Scene 2. Amma and Dami phone call, Skippy asked to move in. Scene 3. Josephine and Auntie Selena's phone call. Scene 4. Dami and Amma break up. Scene 5, the night after Amma's birthday. Scene 6, the spa / I want a baby. Scene 7, put up the clock. 365 days begins with a montage. Interval. Scene 8, work Zoom meeting. Scene 9, convincing Skippy. Scene 10, sperm consultation. Scene 11, Skippy is angry, Jade is leaking. Scene 12, Skippy and Dammy devise a plan. Scene 13, donor directory / I think Skippy is cheating. Scene 14, fertility juice / kicking Skippy and Jade out. Scene 15, Dammy returns, Jade confronts Amma. Scene 16, Amma's breakdown. Scene 17, Josephine and Amma. Scene 18, stealing the baby. As the play begins after the interval, there is a red digital display that hangs above the stage. The display is counting down 365 days and reflects the time Amma has left in her quest to become a mother. Theatre and access information for the new Diorama Theatre. The new Diorama Theatre is a pioneering studio venue in the heart of London. Based on the corner of Regent's Park, over the last 10 years, New Diorama has been at the heart of a new movement in British theatre, dedicated to providing a home for the country's best independent theatre companies and ensembles. The new Diorama Theatre is based at the heart of the Regent's Place campus, NW1. Based just off the Euston Road, equally distanced between Warren Street and Great Portland Street tube stations. As you enter the venue, the box office and cafe is directly in front of you with seats, tables and chairs situated across the space. The toilets and the entrance to the auditorium are at the far end. All is step-free access, and as you enter the performance space on your left is 7 rows of 81 orange seats situated directly in front of the stage. Please ask if you require any guiding or assistance. We are constantly working to be as inclusive and accessible as possible, both in our building and in the work on stage. We're proud to be one of the very few studio theatres in London to be access friendly to wheelchair users, guide dogs, and visitors using other mobility aids. If you have any question regarding access or need to get in touch about your visit, please email us at hello@newdiorama.com. Access is a top priority for us and we'll be more than happy to help. Full access information can be found by visiting www.newdiorama.com, selecting your visit and clicking on access information. To book tickets, call 020-7383-9034 or click on the book tickets button at newdiorama.com, where you can find out information on the venue and find out what is currently showing and coming soon. This audio accompaniment was written and produced by Tim Calvert of Calvert Creative Concepts and read by author Jessica Hagan in order to make theatre in smaller venues accessible for those visually impaired. Thanks for listening. For further information about audio description, visit www.audiodescription.co.uk.